How is this in the middle of nowhere?
Today, I'm hiking 8 miles into the Alaskan backcountry in search of a remote wilderness cabin.
Right there is our cabin.
The journey will take me through wild country, past pristine lakes, and deep into a landscape that feels untouched by time. I'll fish, camp, cook, and experience some of the most incredible wilderness Alaska has to offer.
Welcome to the Kenai Peninsula, my favorite place on earth.
The Kenai Peninsula sits in south central Alaska, stretching between the waters of Cook Inlet and the Prince William Sound. Often called Alaska's playground, it's home to some of the state's most accessible wilderness. Millions of acres of mountains, glaciers, forests, and wild rivers create endless opportunities for adventure.
So we're starting our 7-mile trek up to a remote mountain lake that I've been wanting to visit for a very, very long time. I got everything I need for the next 24 hours in my bag and a little bit extra. So the trail that we're on is actually part of a 37-mile trail that goes from where we are in Cooper Landing, Alaska to Hope, Alaska. Obviously, I'm only doing a very, very small portion of that. I would like to, before the summer's over, do that entire trail, whether it be hiking or maybe even bike packing. I've started to kind of poke my head into all that, but the last thing I need is another hobby. Not a terrible place to have a sandwich. We're right at about 2.5 miles in. Not a whole lot of elevation gain so far, probably only about 500 feet, but God, taking that backpack off feels phenomenal. It's hot when you're moving, but as soon as you stand still, it gets kind of cold from the sweat being cold on you. I'll sit here, take a break for a minute, drink some water, because I am sweating way more than I thought I'd be. But it's just gorgeous out here. I couldn't have picked a better day to go. All right, put on the backpack / torch device and we'll get back on the trail. Here we go. So as you guys can see from the mountains on my left and right side, I'm actually in a very large valley. And like a lot of Alaska's landscape, it was formed by glaciers over millions of years. Now, if some of y'all are intellectually challenged like me, in layman's terms, a big old ice cube came through here and made all this. These things right here are called spruce tips. I'll give you 5 guesses what kind of trees they come from. They come from, obviously, spruce trees. They're one of the first things you can actually harvest here in Alaska in the spring, and they're ready when they start to come out of this little papery film. Now they can be used for a ton of different things, but my wife really likes to make syrup, and I really like it when my wife makes syrup out of it. They taste really good. It's almost like citrusy, like lime or lemon. I don't want to pick too many off of one tree, but I got a little bag full. So the area around me looks absolutely scorched. That's because of the Swan Lake fire. So 7 years ago, and it still looks like this. So the Swan Lake fire was actually one of the biggest fires recorded in the Kenai Peninsula history, and it burned 167,000 acres. Now, most of South Central Alaska and obviously the Kenai Peninsula were affected by the smoke. I actually have a friend who lives in the area and lived in the area during that time, and he was showing me pictures from it, and it absolutely blew my mind. If he sends me those, I'll put those on screen so you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can believe this or not, but my shoulders and my legs are pretty sore. I'm gonna try to find a place to sit here in a little bit and maybe just take like a 10-15 minute breather. I intentionally left myself a lot of time to get up there because the last trip I took, I just basically sprinted the entire way to the cabin, which is a good way to make yourself feel like crap for the rest of the time. I have 4 of 7 miles done. I'm doing a lot of complaining, but by Alaska standards, this is not a bad hike. It's been pretty easy. That's not what my heart rate says, but I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I lived in Alaska for a while before, and I loved it. And we had to move back down south for family and to see friends, and like I enjoyed that, but I just missed this. When you go anywhere else after you've lived here, I mean anywhere here, and you feel the kind of peace you feel here, it's just hard to be anywhere else. I'm almost to the lake. I can see it opening up here. You guys can see behind me, right there is our cabin. So we just have a short walk up to it and it looks so cool, man. This is one of the coolest things I think I've ever done. I mean, dude, come on. How is this in the middle of nowhere? All right, guys, let's get out of the rain. Let's get inside. This is so cool. This is insane. All right, guys, I set my stuff down. I'll go ahead and give you the tour. So, bunks for sleeping, dining room table, kitchen area. The rain just picked up so much. All right, I'm gonna give the rain a little bit of time to let up and get my sleeping pad and my sleeping bag all set up. Oh, man, that's comfy. Dude, Thermarest knows what they're doing. Well, the rain let up and the sun came out, so I'm gonna do a little bit of exploring. They said that there was a canoe or a rowboat that came with the cabin, and I don't know where that is, but there's steps right here, so let's follow the steps and see where those go. Okay, there's our boats right here. There's actually a ton of trout rising, like right there. Let me go get the fishing rod set up. So what we have down there is 1 of 2 fish. We have rainbow trout and we have grayling. They basically eat the exact same thing this time of year, and that is bugs. I cannot even begin to explain to you guys how excited I am right now. Let's go see if we catch a fish. Looks like we got another. All right, guys, we fished around for a little bit, but it looks like we got another rainstorm coming right behind me. I want to go ahead and get back in and get situated before that comes, and maybe try to make dinner before that's on top of us. We'll get back out, try to fish again later if the weather lets up at all. So it's getting cold in here with the rain, and my shoes are pretty soaked, and I'd like them to dry at least a little bit. So let's start a fire with the wood burning stove. And for once in my life, I remembered dry socks. This is a monumental occasion for my feet. All right, well, the rain let up a little bit, so I'm gonna try to make some dinner. Okay, we're gonna keep it really simple. I just brought some chicken pouches. I'm gonna fire those up, and we're gonna just make chicken tacos. A little olive oil. We're gonna throw the chicken in there, and then some taco seasoning. And let that sit and simmer for a second. Squeeze that dude right on there. That chicken right on the tortilla. There's a not so beautiful chicken taco, but the view makes up for it. This is definitely the most beautiful place I've ever eaten a taco. I'm gonna do some dishes and then pack it in for the night. It's a long 8 miles to get in here, but we got plenty of time in the morning, so I'll pack everything up tonight, get everything situated. We'll wake up early in the morning and see if we can get out there and get a fish. I'll see y'all in the AM.
It is so cold. I do not feel like getting up right now. But I don't think my shoes are dry at all. It's just gonna be miserable to put those things on. But I slept good.
They're kind of dry. I'm just lying to make myself feel better. They're still cold. Let's make some breakfast. That's really nice out. Just gonna keep it simple like we always do for breakfast. I'm just gonna have some oatmeal with some freeze-dried bananas in it. The steam from this feels so good on my hands. The fire in the wood burning stove went out last night at some point, and it got cold. And that extra little bit I throw in here is just these little freeze-dried bananas. It is phenomenal every single time. This is like a 5-star gourmet meal for me right now because I'm so cold. Dishes are as done as they're gonna be. Let's see if we can catch fish. It's not looking promising, but I keep seeing the same trout rise out there. I'm gonna maybe swap leaders out. I'm gonna run up and grab another leader and swap it out. Be right back. Well, I've been fishing for the last hour or so, and I've been pretty unsuccessful, but it's getting to the time where I got to start packing and thinking about heading back. So I'm gonna get everything situated and maybe fish a little bit more before I go, or try to fish on the way out. I got a long hike ahead of me to get out of here. Found all the trout. Well, my rod's packed. They're right here. La la la, la 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 la. Yes, sir. We made it. Obviously, I made it home. I was gonna do my outro outside like I normally do, but it's raining, which we need. That was a really fun trip. Obviously, you guys know I put a lot into like the production of those videos. To put a lot into production, you have to take a bunch of stuff with you, and I take just an obscene amount of camera gear and lenses and the drone and batteries and just a lot of stuff with me. Not saying that I'm not gonna do it anymore. I will always do it, but I was just so tired by the end of the first day. And I think I was a little early for trout fishing. I'm not trying to come out here and act like I know everything about Alaska, because I don't. Like, it's all a learning process. Learning, you know, specifically the Kenai Peninsula for me and spending more time here. I'm glad you guys are enjoying that. A lot of people watching, and thank you guys. Okay, in other very exciting news, we have some absolute banger videos coming. I'll do a little like hype video thing, like, whoa, this is crazy coming next.
Idea?
So yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot of fun there. That's more on the fishing side. As far as just the general outdoor side, I'm looking for backpacking trips, like hikes to do. I've done 2 cabin videos, which I like the cabins. I want to do more backpacking. Like, obviously, like, I have a backpacking tent and I have everything else that I need for that. But those cabins were available, and I've never really done the cabin thing before, so I wanted to try, like, not that the Red Shirt one was bad, but just not as bougie as the Juneau Lake one. The Juneau Lake one that was silly. That was so cool that's way out there. Okay. I think that's probably it. Oh yeah, the cabin thing, or the backpacking trip. If you guys have hikes, I'm pretty willing to travel mostly anywhere in Alaska. I have a few that I want to do up in the interior. I would prefer them to be like hikes where there's some on-foot fishing, pretty remote. You know, I think the most I'm willing to do like one way right now is probably like 15 miles, with all my backpacking stuff one way. You know, less can be better. If you guys got some smaller ones, let me know. For the billionth time, thank you guys for watching. I'm really excited to be here in Alaska, and whether you guys are from here or, you know, from somewhere else, I just genuinely appreciate you watching me. So I feel weird saying to go the fuck outside while I'm so obviously and painfully inside, but I don't know. Go the fuck outside. I'll see you guys next week.